Good day to everyone. This is Group 1 and today we will present to you our research titled DESMOS Application towards enhancing the achievements of STEM students. This research were conducted by J. Russell Arbonco, Leo Chison, Limel Cinco, and Luis De Juras. First, I will talk about the research gap, why we conducted the study. The DESMOS application is a graphing calculator that was utilized by STEM students during the indefinite schedule of face-to-face classes because of the pandemic and the new mode of learning through the use of online modalities. Based on the research we gathered, most of them only tackled the graphing calculator and its effect on students generally, such as the research of Montijo 2017, titled The Effects of DESMOS and TI-83 Plus Graphing Calculator on the Problem-Solving Confidence of Middle and High School Mathematics Students. However, in this research, the study aims to determine whether the DESMOS application does help STEM students achieve. Aside from that, the research also measures the utilization of DESMOS application in learning mathematics in the STEM curriculum and its effect through the performance, skills, and views of STEM students in learning mathematics. Additionally, this research also answers whether the DESMOS application did serve as an educational alternative for STEM students in learning mathematics. Now, let's move forward to our statement of the problem. This research aims at knowing if the DESMOS application helps to enhance the achievements of STEM students at Jose Abad Santos Senior High School by means of conducting a survey with questions. In particular, this study aims to answer the following research questions. Question number 1, how often is the DESMOS application used by students in a week? Question number 2, in what fields of mathematics does the student use the DESMOS application more often? And the question number 3, what are the students' views on the use of DESMOS application in mathematics? And lastly, what is the effect of DESMOS application in senior high school students' performance in mathematics? Now that I have stated the statement of the problem and research questions, now let's discuss the answer for these research questions.
Statement of the problem number 1. How often is the DESMOS application used by the student in a week when they were in grade 11? Look at the table number 1. Table number 1 shows the list of respondents' survey answer about how often they use the DESMOS application in a week way back in grade 11. There are a total of 53 respondents out of 60 expected respondents from the total population of 120 STEM students. There are 20 students who use the DESMOS application frequently in a week when they were in grade 11, followed by 18 STEM students who answered that they use the DESMOS application occasionally, while there are 8 STEM students who use the application rarely and the rest voted for the very frequently and do not use. Frequently got the highest percentage of 37.7%, followed by occasionally with 34%, rarely with 17%, and very rarely with 7.5%, while the rest got 1.9%. Therefore, the grade 12 STEM student used the application frequently way back in grade 11. And for the statement of the problem number 2, in what fields of mathematics does the student use DESMOS application more often? Look at the table number 2. The table number 2 shows the grade 12 STEM students' mathematics subject when they were in grade 11. The respondents can select multiple based on what subject in mathematics they often use the DESMOS application for. There are a total of 53 respondents out of 60 expected respondents from the total population of 120 STEM students. There are 45 who use the DESMOS application more often in pre-calculus, followed by 34 from both general mathematics and basic calculus subjects, and then 32 from statistic and probability subject, while no one voted for others. Pre-calculus got the highest percentage of 84.9%, followed by 64.2% from both general mathematics and basic calculus subjects, And lastly, 61.5% from statistic and probability. Therefore, the STEM student use the DESMOS application more often in pre-calculus.
Now, let's proceed to research question number 3. What are the students' views on the use of DESMOS application in mathematics? Table 3 shows the view of grade 12 STEM students on the use of the DESMOS application in learning mathematics when they were in grade 11. It shows that the DESMOS application has an impact on students' views on learning mathematics. From the table, the first statement has a 4.00 weighted mean, which says that the respondents agree with the statement that the use of DESMOS applications allows them to focus on their assignments, activities, goals with less distractions. The second statement has a 4.01 weighted mean, which can be interpreted as meaning that the respondents agree that the use of the DESMOS application motivates the students to start the new learning process. Next, statement number 3, with a weighted mean of 3.73, revealed that the respondents agreed that the DESMOS application causes a shift in the behavior of students where the students move from passive to active social learners. The next statement has a weighted mean of 4.37, meaning that the respondents strongly agreed that the DESMOS application allows them to develop a wider understanding of the learning goals or content in mathematics. On statement number 5, which has 4.45 weighted mean, also strongly agreed with the statement that the DESMOS application creates support that makes it easier for the students to understand concepts or ideas, followed by statement number 6, which has 3.66 weighted mean that can be interpreted as meaning that the respondents agree that they can use the DESMOS application even offline. The student also agree at statement number 7, which has a 4.05 weighted mean, that the DESMOS application creates opportunity for STEM students to learn outside their typical school days. The next statement has 3.92 weighted mean, which means that the respondents agree that the use of cloud-based platforms like DESMOS creates a bridge between students' learning and their everyday life experiences. While statement number 3 has a weighted mean of 4.47, it can be interpreted that the respondents strongly agree that the use of technology-based, like DESMOS, can improve the learning and teaching methods of their math teachers. Lastly, statement number 10 has a 4.47 weighted mean that can be interpreted as strongly agreeing by the respondents that the DESMOS application provides them with an accurate answers. Overall, the DESMOS applications did affect the views of STEM students in learning mathematics. Now, let's proceed to the research question number 4. What is the effect of DESMOS application in senior high school students' performance in mathematics?
The table shows that the DESMOS application has a good effect on performance of STEM students in their experience of learning mathematics. This because that statement number 1, which has a 4.05 weighted mean, meaning to say that the respondents agreed that the DESMOS application allows them to build authentic life thinking skill like problem solving and critical thinking, which they can use in everyday lives like school participation and analyzing a math problem. The second statement has a 4.56 weighted mean, which can be interpreted as indicating that the respondent strongly agree with the statement that the using of DESMOS application allows students to visualize mathematical concept and create their own mathematical interpretation like graphs, equation, and solution, followed by statement number 3, which has a 4.52 weighted mean. The STEM students strongly agreed that more mathematical problem can be solved when have access to technology such as DESMOS. Lastly, in statement number 4 is a 4.32 weighted mean. Therefore, the respondents also strongly agreed with the statement that the use of DESMOS application makes the mathematics learning experience engaging and meaningful overall. The DESMOS application has an effect on senior high school performance in mathematics.
Now that we have gathered our data to answer our research questions, let's proceed to present our conclusion and recommendation for this paper. Conclusion: the DESMOS application is a graphing calculator that would help students meet their needs in studying mathematics. It has a variety of mathematical concepts that help the students visualize mathematical equations. Grade 12 students at Jose Abad Santos High School were students from an online class when they were in grade 11. Based on the results of the survey, it is effective that the DESMOS application has an impact on grade 12 students' views, skills, and performance towards enhancing their achievements and also making the learning experience in mathematics engaging. The data also revealed that the majority of STEM students consider the DESMOS application an effective graphing calculator that enhanced their skills to have better achievement in learning. Most of the students also voted for pre-calculus as the subject for which they most often use the app. Aside from that, the use of the DESMOS application has an effect on students' learning of mathematics. On the survey, the students stated that the DESMOS application had helped them finish their task on time. It is an effective learning substitute, but some of the students do not have enough skills to utilize the application. Now that we have revealed our conclusion, let's proceed now to recommendation that will be presented by Leo Gison.
Recommendations. This research aims to determine if the DESMOS application enhances the achievement of STEM students, or if it is taking its toll now in the form of failed scores and slowed learning. The study's relevance at this point is timely, especially for the education sector, where classes are transitioning from online to face-to-face, with a mix of online modalities. The researchers suggest that the next researcher may dig deeper into this study, wherein they should use a different research design, such as a correlational design, to determine if there is a positive relationship between the DESMOS application and skills of STEM students. A negative relationship or no relationship at all, they can also use experimental research to conduct experiments between controlled and uncontrolled groups in order to obtain more complex answers and data from the participants. The scope of this study is the grade 12 STEM students of Jose Abad Santos High School.
And we favorably recommend that the next researcher to conduct this study in diverse school with a large STEM population so they can have more reliable and analytical answers. That's all. Thank you.